Barakti Yahweh Brakatha, Yahosha, Barakti Yahweh Brakatha, Yahosha, Ba Hashem, Rekakwadash, the honors to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled Trouble in the Flesh, Failed Communication. Video was inspired by this video from the TikTok platform Quoted Mind. Video will be used for fair use.
The man doesn't know that there is a snake underneath him. The woman doesn't know that there is a stone crushing the man. She thinks, I can't climb because the snake is going to bite me. I'm going to fall. Why can't he use just a little more strength to pull me up? He thinks, I'm in so much pain, but I'm still pulling her as much as I can. Why doesn't she just try and climb a little harder? The moral is, sometimes you can't see the pressure the other person is under, and sometimes the other person can't see the pain you're in. This is the way life is.
And this relationship ended due to failed communication, right? Which also affects us. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and 28. And if you marry, you have not sinned. And if a virgin marry, she has not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh. Meaning what? Issues within our marriages. And a lot of those issues come from failed communication. According to the Etymon, communication goes into to join. Okay, and how do you join with your significant other outside of sex? Hence, communication. Okay, but I spare you. Okay, now we know that we committed spiritual fornication on Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahushua, and as a result, okay, we get to feel the way he felt. Okay, it's all spiritual. But nevertheless, trouble in the flesh, okay, has a lot to do with failed communication, which ultimately goes into what? The curses.
The woman doesn't know that there is...
In this illustration, the woman failed to notify her man that a snake was under him. And the man failed to notify his woman that a rock was on top of him. And therefore, he was thinking she needed to put more, she needed to try harder, right? And she was thinking he needed to supply to her more strength. Hence, failed communication. No one notified each other of nothing regarding the obstacle she was going through. She did not notify her husband, and the husband did not notify to this woman the obstacle he was facing. Okay? Amos 3:3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? And utilizing this scripture for this illustration, okay, hence failed communication. Amos 3:3, okay, from a spiritual sense for this video has a lot to do with what? Communication. The importance of communication, okay? Now look, bros, I'm not saying you tell your woman everything. Fuck that. But I'm just saying that communication is very important in a relationship. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Period. So, according to my Google search, why is communication important in a relationship? In relationships, communication allows to you explain to someone else what you are experiencing and what your needs are. Okay, hence that illustration. The act of communicating not only helps to meet your needs, but it also helps you to be connected in your relationship, right? I also Google search what happens if there is no communication in a relationship. As hard as it may be to hear, a relationship cannot survive without communication. It leaves you and your partner feeling isolated, angry, and sad. It can turn the smallest disagreements into the biggest arguments. It may even cause you to question why you two are in a relationship in the first place. Okay? This relationship ended due to failure of communication. Now, according to, right, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 54, Slok. All right, it talks about how the man would eventually have an evil eye, meaning an evil mindset toward the wife of his bosom. And also in verse 56, it talks about how the woman would eventually have an evil eye, meaning an evil mindset toward her husband. Okay? And these evil mindsets, okay, eventually lead into failure of communication. Because remember, a lot of our thoughts go into our perception, right? And perception goes into or breaks down into to perceive, meaning to know, right? And just based on this illustration, this relationship could have been saved possibly if he would have notified his obstacle and if she would have notified her obstacle. Okay? Lord will, this was an edifying lesson. Shalom.